Hey there, I'm Judy Croon, Canada's Keynote Humourist. Welcome to Laugh Long and Prosper, Shelf Help with a Smile, Stress Busters with a Smirk. You get the point, so let's get started. It's Friday. It's the first Friday of 2021, and you know what Fridays means? Psychic Friday, and I could not kick off a new year, especially after 2020, without checking in with my good friend Psychic Nikki. Psychic Nikki, how are you?
How are you, Judy? Happy New Year. We hope, right?
Yeah.
We hope. It's been a disaster 2020, but you know, looking forward, it's going to be a lot better. And also, 2022 will be really good.
Oh, excellent. All right. Well, this all sounds fantastic. Let's kick it off with Age of Aquarius. I guess Age of Aquarius kicked off December 21st, correct?
Yes. Now, this is really, really wild in a way because it hasn't been like that since 1623. There's an alignment between Saturn and Jupiter that they got very close together, which doesn't usually happen. And this kicks off the Age of Aquarius, okay, because Saturn and Jupiter are now in Aquarius. And the trend has been for the earth signs, and so now it's going into the air sign.
So for people who aren't familiar with the signs, an air sign would indicate what? What are typically the traits of an air sign?
Well, you know, like I say, they're very helpful. They want to help. They're very humanitarian. So this means that there's going to be a great trend in the world for people to be kinder to themselves, for helping. The people are going to clean up the planet. You know what I mean? And it's going to be very good, actually. Now, people are coming forward. Like last year, I said Dolly Parton would make a comeback, and she has, and she's very humanitarian, helping people and giving $1 million to the vaccine company.
Right.
So she is very kind. She's going to receive a lot of awards, a lot.
Excellent.
And same with Cher. Cher is she's kind of an animal activist now because she saved an elephant from being lonely. She flew to Pakistan, and now the elephant's in Cambodia, and she helped the elephant. And now she also is helping a gorilla. So she's going to receive a lot of awards because she's trying to help the animal, amongst other things. So these two women are amazing. They're both like mid-70s, and they're really coming forth. Before their twilight years, they're really doing things.
So let me ask you this: what about other celebrities? What else do you see for celebrities in 2021?
You know what? Tom Cruise is going to have a bad 2021.
Oh, no.
I see health issues around him. I see a lot of different things happening. And, he might not have a good relationship. Like, it's all going downhill a little bit for him. And I really like Tom Cruise, but there's a lot of stuff there. Yeah, and Johnny Depp as well. He really, really has to look after himself this 2021.
Okay.
So those two celebs, and also Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, I don't see them together. I think they're going to split. And I really think that, she wants to be a lawyer, and that may happen, but I still think that her mom and her sisters they'll probably have another show, maybe not on the same network, Right. So I'm kind of getting that. So she's under a lot of pressure now, Kim. So
we've been chatting about celebrity psychic, Nikki, and I gotta be honest, I kind of came to the party late with The Crown, but I am so addicted to it, so I just sat down and watched all the seasons. I just finished it. I've got to ask you, what are your predictions for the royal family going forward in 2021 and onward?
Oh, you know what? There's a lot of change. I see a couple of funerals there, maybe one of them even more.
Wow.
Now Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, they're living in California right now. I think she might write a tell-all book.
Oh.
And I think they may have. Now, I said she would get pregnant again, and apparently she had a miscarriage. So I really feel they probably will have another child. And I think that Kate Middleton, as well, with William, might have another child. Yeah, I think so. And I think that the Queen will either pass or step down, and she will give the throne to Charles, but Charles might get ill, and he'll have to give the crown to William. So it's going to go that way. I think it'll go to Charles and then to William later.
Okay.
I don't feel good about poor Duke of Edinburgh. I mean, it's amazing how the Queen and the Duke are still around.
I know.
And I like the fact that they're still around, but I see some health issues for both of them, and possibly him passing away. And so the monarchy is going to change, and I said it would change last year, and it kind of changed because of Harry and Meghan.
Sure.
So, so that's going to happen. The scandal around Prince Andrew, I actually predicted that. And, it could be more around him. More, So, he's lucky he's part of the royal family because they have a lot of power and clout.
No kidding.
But, so, I mean, there's a lot of issues around him right now. So, I'm a little worried about him.
What's happening with the planet for 2021?
Okay, now this is a good news. Now, sometimes there's a lot of doom and gloom when you're making predictions, but this year, I did some happy predictions too. Happy predictions. This is a period of transition.
Right.
Okay, so 2021 is a period of transition. So what we're going to do, we are going to. The planet is going to be cleaned up, okay? So people are going to get rid of the plastics in the oceans. There's going to be a lot of oceanic discoveries, including health things from the sea world.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and it's going to be, the world will slowly get back to normal. And with the vaccines helping, I think that's good.
Good.
I don't think it's going to happen right away. I think I know people want to get back to normal right now and get the economy going, but what I'm seeing here is that there's a trend that, probably people will go back in the fall, I would say the fall, to not wearing masks. And I think 2022 will be good. So it's still going to be a slow process. And there will be other viruses around, too. So there is like a mutant virus part of the COVID. I'm not a scientist or a doctor, but it showed up in Great Britain recently.
Right.
So, you're going to get stuff like that, but it won't be as bad as what we experienced in 2020. Okay, so I don't think there'll be a pandemic for about 10 or 12 years, and then we will be more prepared. We weren't prepared. I think people will still be working from home remotely for a long time. I think, the big office buildings, I think that's a thing of the past. And I think a lot of people will be moving to the city still, So it is kind of a year of transition. But, there is, we'll still have virtual sports and events, but we won't go back to solid events, I think, till 2022.
Psychic Nikki.
Give people hope.
Give people hope. And Psychic Nikki, while we're talking about giving people hope, I know you do a lot of private readings, so why don't you give people your phone number, your website, psychicnikki.com, and what number can they reach you at?
Yeah, and they can also follow me on Twitter at Psychic Nikki.
Okay.
And they can reach me at 416-961-7976.
Okay. Give that phone number one more time.
416-961-7976. And I must say, I have a few predictions about Trump and Biden as well.
Oh, let's hear them.
Yeah, I know you want to hear that too.
Please tell me.
Part of 2020. So with Donald Trump, I think what's going to happen with him, he's going to get, he's a business person and he's a fighter. So he's going to continue going on. But I do see an illness around him. I think he'll get through it. And it's going to be a divorce. And really, I know. And I see him possibly moving to Florida, but he might spend time in Russia too. And I feel like he will find another place where he wants to live. There's going to be a few places. And he's a billionaire, so he's got a lot of properties all over the world. but he's probably going to ink a deal with Fox News to get a show.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he wants to run in 2024. I don't know whether that's going to happen or not, but I do see him continuing with President-elect Biden. I see him being president, but just for a short time. Now, sad to say that. Yeah, I think that he may have illness or an accident or something. I don't see him there for a very long time.
Okay.
And I see, a woman preceding him, which would probably be Kamala Harris.
Yeah, Kamala Harris.
So I see that. And Donald Trump's going to have to fight off a lot of lawsuits, let me tell you.
So you don't see him in jail?
He could get arrested. That's a possibility as well.
Mm-hmm.
He could, but, he's got a lot of lawyers. He's got a lot of people around him that he still has fans. So, I don't know whether it would take years maybe for that to happen, unless suddenly they arrested him, on another charge or something.
Without him not being in the White House, are things going to settle down? Can we now look good?
Yes, they will, whether it be Biden or Kamala Harris. Right?
Okay. Psychic Nikki has been reading for the stars. She was featured on CBS, or she's featured regularly on CBS, the CBS morning show. And we have her right here. I feel very, very honored. Again, Psychic Nikki, 416-961-7976. Again, thank you so much for joining me. I know we're going to have Psychic Nikki on the show again. In the meantime, for more information about Psychic Nikki, you can also go to my website, judycroon.com. If you forget psychicnikki.com, I will give you the link. But thank you, Nikki. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks, Judy, and have a happy, happy spiritual new year.
You too, my friend.